Okay, this is turn 16 of Hell in the Hedgerows, and we're about a day later in real time here, not just in video publishing time. And I've been basically spending all day and all night trying to think of how I can get out of this mess that I'm in. The big thing to remember is it's not as big a mess as I think it is, and things are probably just as bad on General's side. So just because we feel like we're in a bad position doesn't mean that we should get all despondent about it. The big thing is going to be to take the village, I think. This is going to be General's, what would you call it? Kind of like the linchpin of his line up here. So if we can take the village, then that means that we can get some of the Panthers in here where they can cover off in this direction, and then we should be able to put some pressure on the crossing and the railway bridge and the rail bridge and get our filthy German paws on the objectives that way. The alternative would be to push the north forward, which would require like a massive redeployment, which I can do. I've still got quite a large force stashed at the back, which I could throw across the river and move up this way. But I'm not particularly... I think that will probably take a bit too long, and it wouldn't be that effective. I mean, the bonus that it's got going for it is that... Did I put a TRP around here? Sort of. Yeah. The bonus to going right would be that if we know General has a serious concentration down here, because we've seen at least, we've got 2 tanks there, we've got a Firefly, there's another Firefly back here, and there's the Achilles back here. Now, the advantage of pushing this way is that we're avoiding strength on strength. And what we've got going is, we're attacking General where he's weak, and then we can push the railway bridge from this side. And the more I'm talking about this, because I haven't been thinking about that all day, the better an option it sounds, until you kind of look at the ground and think, there's a lot of open space here. And we would really have to leg the infantry up. So maybe it'd be worth putting in a attack in here anyway. Because what I was actually been thinking about all day is attacking up the river. Both sides of the river, and we can push up here, get a foothold in the town, and then we can get Jen into a kind of slogging match in here, where I should... seeing as though I'm now the one controlling the main road, because I've got the the Panther is up here, and we've got this 42 team. It is a 42. Yeah. I keep thinking they're 34s. We can dominate that main road, and then it's simply an exercise in pushing forward with the infantry. Once we've secured up to here, we can bring a Panther up, and we can start just going all Fallujah on the buildings here. And of course we can bring some mortars up and MGs, and we can cover them from the hedgerows like back here and back here, and of course we can get some flanking fire going on from around here. So that could be worth doing. Or that's a serious option. In fact, that would work pretty well as a... See, I'm still undecided. Bugger this. Let's just press the go. We'll see what happens on this turn, and I'll carry on thinking about what I'm actually going to do. Okay, so let's press go. What do we get this time? Blasted that mortar barrage going in there. And Jen's definitely still dropping mortars around here. And of course the Typhoon is still flying about. And yeah, the Typhoon's shooting up. Or is that the mortar fire? Yeah, we'll see. Go back and watch the replay. Oh, bloody hell, what is going on over there? Yeah, so I've been thinking so much about what I have to do, I've forgotten about the Typhoons completely. It looks like we had a pretty nasty turn with regards to them. And of course these guys here are getting snot mortared out of them. It's that team there running out in the open. Those guys want to go lurk in that hedgerow to give the help the Stug do some spotting, but 42 gunner there has gotten wiped out. Here he comes again. Oh my god, that's a whole squad. Uh-oh. Yeah, got him along the long axis. Oh, that's... yeah, ow. And that entire squad there is out of action because of the mortars, is it? See, why are you also upset? I think it's the mortars. Ooh, that was a Sherman putting a shell in there. Looks like it. What happened there? Yeah, that's a Sherman taking a pot shot at those pixels up in there. Didn't do any damage to the MG and the mortar team back there, but they got forward. And these guys have gone into a panic because they took some casualties. Right. Now that I've started thinking about it, thinking about putting a diversionary attack in on the village and then pushing up to take the North Ford and the rail bridge seems like a better option than just attacking the village. Of course we could do both, and if the North Ford effort fails miserably, we'll concentrate on the village, and if the village effort fails miserably, we'll concentrate on the North Ford. But attacking the village shouldn't be too difficult. If we can get down here, it should be relatively safe, he says, before sending his pixel tripping to a horrible, horrible death. And we can put smoke down with the mortars and things. How would we attack down here? Well, we've got the orchard there. General almost certainly has people on the riverbank supported from here, but if we look at this Bocage line, you know, it's good for covering these fields here, but the actual river bank is down here, which is down here, is actually out of sight, so once we get down there it can't be too bad. So yeah, let's start pushing. We're going to push the North Ford, and we're going to put a big chunky diversionary attack in on the rail bridge. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's do another quick check. Yeah, nothing major is going on. How? Oh, you can see that, but now you can't. Come on. I need to reverse that panther up a bit so it can nail that Sherman. Yeah, let's do that now before we forget hapless. I'm feeling it can't see because it's too high. Yeah, there's these trees getting in the way, whereas for infantry is a bit lower. Yeah, see the infantry are like hull down. That makes no sense. What if we move Panther to the infantry? We can't see anything. Which way do we need to go to see it? Trying to see if we can see around that. Nope. Let's see if we can see around the trees here. I don't think that we're going to be able to see it all because of the Bocage. Yeah. Awesome. I better split you guys up and slow you down for that matter. Have a bit of a breather. You guys can't see down there at all. What are you doing? Yeah, don't even think about it, hapless, you moron. We're not going around in the Opal Blitzes when the Typhoons are hanging around. That would be silly, wouldn't it? Very silly. Let's not do that. Let's not be silly. And you, Mr. Mortar Team, you can walk if we're going to be... getting on for the Typhoon experience. you guys in that corner. Oh, that will free the pioneers up so they can go blow things up. Right, yeah. You guys can move house again. You can get in. Have those barns got windows? They do. You can get in there. Apparently it doesn't. Oh, I can't see anything from where it is. You guys back up in there. That building there. And yeah, we'll stand by the. Let's. You guys could probably come with going that way. Right. Again, we're going to have a fun game of wait for the typhoons to go away. This is another thing, another fun feature that would be good to have in game. This guy's is part of the Lost Pack 40, which is smouldering over there. It'd be really nice if he could put down the ammunition he's carrying. He's carrying 1875mm rounds, so he can only walk. It'd be nice if he could just ditch that ammo, seeing as though he can't recruit his gun. If he's out and about, we'll find a use for him. And if we can't put some smoke on that Sherman. Yep. That'll do. Let's send it back.